Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass that if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy Creator, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. So if the children, these Hebrew people, were obedient to what the Most High had commanded them to do, because what they did is they agreed with the covenant when Moses brought it down. When he read it to them, they said, we'll comply, we agree. So this is what would happen if they did it. They would be blessed. But yet there's another clause in this agreement between the children of Israel and the Most High. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. But it shall come to pass, if thou shall not hearken unto the voice of the Most High to observe and to do all his commandments and statutes, which I command you this day, that all these, what? Curses shall come on you. This is interesting. So if they complied, they would be blessed. But for their incompliance, they would be cursed. Let's drop down to Deuteronomy 28:46. And they, what? The curses should be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon your seed or your descendants for how long? Forever. That's deep. So the curses would be a sign or a way which these people could be identified. The reason why this was necessary, we can find that in Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, who? The children of Israel, even thyself shall be discontinued from thine heritage, which the Most High had given thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land that thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, shall burn forever. Let's make sure we remember his anger would burn for the time span of forever. Now going back to Deuteronomy to look at the curse, to get a sign of who these people are in the world today. Why? Because we just established they would be discontinued from their heritage. So the only way you would be able to identify these people is going back to that curse which was put on them for a sign. We already know you need a sign if you don't even know who you are. How would you find out unless the Creator left you some type of sign? Deuteronomy 28:49. The Creator shall bring a nation from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue ye shall not understand. Deuteronomy 28:68 says this, and the Creator shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. You know something funny? Our ancestors, they came over here to the Americas. How did we get over here? In ships. I know that word says Egypt, but the Creator promised to scatter them in many nations. So he wasn't just talking about the physical Egypt here. He was talking about Egypt as in Egypt, the house of bondage. As in Egypt, we keep all of Egypt's worships over here in America. That's why when you look at the back of the dollar bill, you see the Egyptian pyramid with the eye on top of it. So he would send these people into this Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Now the no man shall buy you part is very interesting to us as a people, for the simple fact of look at everything we've been through, and yet we receive no reparations. When you talk about reparations concerning our people, the black people in America, people say, I'm not responsible for it. My parents didn't do it. They come up with all kind of excuses why we don't deserve a dime. But yet when you mention the Jewish people who were put in the concentration camps, for a period of 1 year. Our U.S. government sends them billions of dollars per year. When you think about the Japanese who were put in concentration camps for the span of 1 year, they receive reparations from us to this day. Now let me get back to the point. Deuteronomy 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among these nations, whither the Creator shall lead you. So you're not just going back into physical Egypt here, but you're going into nations all over the earth, and which our people still are there as of now. But I'll go into that later though. And so, but they will be called a byword and a proverb. Haven't we been called nigger? Isn't that a byword? Haven't we been called coon? That's a byword. Haven't we been called monkey? Same thing with monkey. We've been called apes, buffoons, barbarians. And then we've also been called African Americans, which is ridiculous because that's 2 continents. But yet when you deal with any other people, they know exactly where they're from. If I'm from Germany, I would then be a German. If I'm from Egypt, I would be Egyptian, and that's in Africa. Another place in Africa, if I'm from Sudan, I would be Sudanese. But yet we the only people that's 2 continents. So why did these things happen to us as a people? What did we do? The Most High gave us His law, statutes, and commandments as a government system and a way of life. And we agreed to keep them. But did we do it? Let's examine this. Jeremiah 11 and 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their fathers, which refused to hear my words. And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their forefathers. Nehemiah 9 and 34. Neither have our kings, our princes, our priests, nor our fathers kept thy law, nor hearkened unto thy commandments and thy testimonies wherewith thou didst testify against them. So we can look back over the whole history and note that these people did not do what the Most High had asked them to do and what they promised to do. So He still had mercy on these people and blessed us and kept us in His kingdom that He had given us for years. And we was in there, and guess what we wanted to do? Our own thing. Just like we still want to do now over here in America, we want to do our own thing. And this is something that was hurtful to the Most High because He chose us. He cares about us. He loves us. But yet we broke His heart over and over and over, running to every false, wicked deity under the sun. And then the thing about it is the false gods we were running to weren't a replacement for the Most High because He's real and they wasn't even real. He's all-powerful, and even the fallen ones and the devil who give these false religions and false gods their power to trick and deceive us, they don't have all power, but the Most High does. So we put up a no God for Him, and He promised that He would provoke us to anger with the people who want a people and with the foolish nation. So it's sad for us to think about we didn't do Him right. Acts 7 and 51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Spirit as your fathers did. Hebrew Israelites, those who think you're African Americans today, this is what we do. We always resist the Spirit as our fathers did. If somebody comes and they bring this truth to us, we'll hold on to our Christianity and everything the slave masters God gave us to brainwash us and to keep power over us. See, if they could get us to turn away from the Creator and to their gods, this gives their gods power. The entire book of Hosea in the Bible is the story of the Creator and us. He tells Hosea, I want you to go out and find a woman who's a prostitute, and I want you to marry her. He wanted Hosea to do this so that he could use this story in this book to portray his relationship with us, the children of Israel. to let us know